Good morning, everyone. My name is Sajaswani, and today I'll be speaking on the topic, honesty and hard work, the hallmarks of a sports person. He heard his name being announced on the microphone. It was the last call. The pressure was immense. In less than 5 minutes, the entire world would be watching him. His friends, family, strangers, acquaintances, everyone. Desperate, naive, insecure, and blind, he did what came to his mind. He knew it was wrong. He knew it could get him into trouble, but he had no option. Millions were hoping for him to win. Saying he had to readjust his jersey, he went into the washroom and slowly slid it out. The magical weapon, having the potential to be his best companion and his worst enemy, the syringe. He injected it into his left arm and let the drug take over. Nervousness was replaced by fierceness, and excitement was buzzing his veins to go grab that shield at the finish line. In 80 minutes, about less than half the time it takes to complete a cycling race, he stood with the shield high in air. Lance Armstrong was crowned the new cycling legend. Now, this name must be familiar to a few present here today. To some, for him having won 7 Tour de France titles in a row, and to some, for him being stripped of all the 7 titles he had won for being involved in doping. Modern day sport is extremely demanding and competitive. Behind all the glamour, the flashy jersey and sponsoring Phenol-X pipes and Ray-Ban lenses, the crazy fans who would do anything to see their favorite sports person win, the media ready with a garland in one hand and a knife in another, the suitcases filled with money, fixed and unfixed, the real essence of sports has been left behind. The very spirit with which every sport has been created has been forgotten and ruthlessly buried. Today, contestants often get crushed under the debris of pressure and chaos, and so do their morals. They become desperate, due to which they often resort to inappropriate means. After all, the goal isn't to improve your athletic ability, to become a better human being. Chuck that cliche stuff in the bin. What we care about is that beautiful medal, that gleaming trophy. Our names flashed on news networks. Lance Armstrong, Martina Hingis, Lee Chong-wei, world #1 in badminton became famous that way, didn't they? This very mentality is the reason sports is almost extinct today. Somewhere we have lost it, muffled its screams with titles that were won by sniffing EPO, tied it up with wrongly won medals, and blinded it with media's flashing cameras. It is dying! The true spirit of sportsmanship is dying. Now the question arises, what is sportsmanship? The definition of sportsmanship is the fair and generous treatment of others, especially in a sporting contest. In the pursuit of their sporting careers, how did Martina Hingis, Lance Armstrong, Lee Chong-wei, hundreds others lose track of this spirit of sportsmanship? Perhaps the chemicals they doused themselves in diluted their sense of right and wrong as well. The very idea behind sports is to improve ourselves permanently, to go beyond boundaries we never thought we even had, to explore new parts of ourselves, and above all, to become more alive, not to kill and destroy ourselves by doing drugs. Thousands of people in history and sports have given in to drugs, doping, fouls, cheating, temptation for one piece of metal, shattered their morals for one trophy, destroyed their character for one title. In the end, is it worth it? It takes 2 minutes to make that one wrong move, but it takes a lifetime to walk through the guilt. Often using wrong means is a way to escape hard work. As long as we have the syringe in our pocket and the powder in a bag, we are fine. This is not only applicable in doping, but also at smaller levels. Matches are fixed, officials are bribed, balls are tampered with, all of this even at district and state levels, the very root of sports. It is time we realize that honesty in a game, knowing what you've achieved cannot be questioned, or just simply knowing that you may or may not have won, but at least you do not shatter your morals, is greater than winning the greatest title by sniffing powder. Working hard day and night, blood, sweat, tears, it feels like you're dying at first, but then you feel like you are reborn, and that is what is truly magical about sports. Hence, I would like to conclude by saying that you may or may not have the medal around your neck in the end of the day, but you sure have the complete right to stand with your chest held high as who you truly are. A human at heart who was brave enough and who dared to face life as a human, not as a drug-induced beast or a cash-fixed mind. Thank you.